Good morning, Bill Hurtado with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. We're here about 25 miles north of Denver, so centralized here in the country. Today, it's my privilege to show you our latest acquisition. This is a 2023 Nexus Wraith 33W. 33W, it's 33 foot 3 inches long overall, 8.5 foot wide. This has 6,500 miles on it, so it's very, very fresh. I've looked this over very close this morning and it's like new throughout. There's a few upgrades the previous owner did on this and they decided to go to a larger one. But if you're in the market for a nice, small, more compact Super C, then this is a great option for you right here. This has the International Durastar chassis with the 300 Cummins, 660 foot-pounds of torque on here, and the Allison 2500 transmission. We also have the Diamond Shield on the front of this thing right here. And one of the things I learned recently is the previous owner actually did a full Cerakote on this unit. So it's got a hard shell all the way around, really nice. It's going to resist fading for many, many years to come. We also have the full aluminum alloy wheels on this thing. So those are always going to be the AccuRide there, has that special coating on it. Those are going to stay bright and shiny like that for, again, many years to come. Super C, of course, is a special category that a lot of people are starting to gravitate towards. They like the idea of setting up higher, being able to see that car and over the car in front of you on down the highway, but also have the cab access from inside or outside right here. So it's like the best of both worlds on there. So let's talk a little bit about this one right here. This has two 27 series AGM batteries for the house right here. Nice storage. These are galvanized storage compartments with the rubber mats down inside there. This has 20-gallon LP tank, 20.3 to be exact, which means you have 16 available to put in there because you have a 20% vapor space. We also have, you might hear me use this word a lot, but this is a very simple unit. So this is mid-level in the lineup for Nexus, the Wraith right here. But everything is very simple. Analog gauges, switches for things. Not a lot of electronics to have to try and figure out. So you'll hear me use that word simple, simplicity, quite a bit. Forced air furnace on this thing. Again, very simple. You've got conventional water heater, which is going to be the 10-gallon. As we move over here, well, hello, Fergie. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, that's Fergie, not to be confused with the singer of the Black Eyed Peas. Patio outlet over here on the side, so you can run some 110 appliances out here if you so desire. And then you do have the outside entertainment here. This half of the unit is the patio side, so it's not, you're not on the patio here where the opposing slide is over here on the passenger side. So full use of this nice awning out here on your patio side, and of course your entertainment center over here protecting you from the rain. Once again, the galvanized steel compartments with the non-slip rubber mat down below in there. So lots of storage in this thing. That really works out well. This has the full-length mud flap on it. We've got all LED lights inside and out. This particular unit does have the 10,000-pound towing hitch on there with the 7-way plug. Of course, 7-way plug is important because you can always adapt down from 7, but you can't adapt up from 4, 5, 6. All right. So there's also a 3-camera system on this thing. So the backup camera, pretty standard for every unit, but this also has the side camera package that are integrated in with the turn signals. So you can see down the sides when you change lanes or have some tight maneuvering to do. You can take a look through that camera there. 50 amp service cord on this thing. It's not on the reel right now, but it does have a reel. So you can store that cord quite nicely. And then a hatch down through the bottom, so your door can be closed. Aesthetically, it looks nice when you're hooked up at the campground. There's a 1,000-watt inverter in this thing. I tried that this morning, but I unfortunately couldn't find the Andy Griffith show that I was looking for. Over here in the wet bay, this has a manifold system with the color-coded levers right there. So depending on the operation that you're trying to achieve, be it fill the tank, or if you're dry camping, or if you're winterizing, so on and so forth, you just turn those valves to the corresponding color that way. Now there is a pigtail blue hose that will connect up right here, so you have hot and cold running water outside. I noticed that's inside. Looks like many things on this unit has never been used. It's still up in the cabinet right there. Your tanks are in a heated zone on this as well, so that helps you a lot when you're trying to use this thing in very cold weather. All right, so as we move over here, there's your on-demand water heater right there, and I take that back. This is not the 10-gallon, this is the on-demand, so you don't have an extra 10 gallons of fluid you're carrying around on there. Once again, lots of storage on this, 3 more storage compartments on this side, and between those we have my favorite, the QD8000 Onan generator. So that diesel generator is ultra quiet. 8,000 is a key number because now you can run both air conditioners and the microwave simultaneously and not worry about having enough power to do all 3 at the same time. So very nice in that regard. Up here we've got the 7-gallon DEF tank. That is 10% of the capacity, which is 70 gallons of fuel on this unit. And I'll just make mention, up here in the cab we do have the power seats, power remote heated mirrors. And once we get inside and take a better look at that dash, you'll see how I get back to my statement about simplicity, because so nice to just look down and see those analog gauges. You do have a digital display on there that we can make some changes to, but I'll go over that here in a minute. Up here in the middle of the windshield is the mobile eye, and that's fully programmable also for mitigating collision or lanes. So you can set your parameters on that for distances, be it from the front right here or the sides to hold you in the lane. If it becomes a nuisance, you have it a little bit too sensitive, you can turn that down and give yourself a little more leeway right there. Nice audible alarm on that. Is you'll hear it when I touch the button on that thing. All right, so while you're there, I do want to take a look under the hood here and show you I'm not quite disconnected all the way there. There we go. So, like Super C's, one thing that's consistent with all of these is the ease of getting to everything you need to get to. Be it your air filter indicator, your windshield washer reservoir. Over on the other side, we've got very easy access to transmission dipstick, oil dipstick, oil fill, power steering reservoir, coolant recovery tank over here, brake fluid, right there in front of you. Very, very easy. You're standing up doing every bit of maintenance or fluid checks on this thing. So very nice in that regard. All right, let's take a look inside and see how simple this unit is. I really like that. If you're new to RVing and you want to join that elite class of Super C owners, this is an excellent way to take advantage of that. So, oh, by the way, toolbox storage here in the step. All right, opposing slides inside here. If you're out camping with this thing, obviously there's plenty of room for Fergie in here. Not going to be in the way. You've got The galley on this thing is in 2 parts right here. So you can still access everything while you're in transit. You can get to the stove, you can get to the sink. The sink, by the way, is a very deep 18 gauge sink right here. Farmhouse style. Very nice there. That coriander's a little heavy. All right, so this particular one I noticed earlier that the previous owner bought some Monroe Magnum shocks for this thing, and they're still in the box. He has not put those on yet, so that might be a nice thing for you to add on there without the cost of having to buy those, of course. And we have 3 Sansui smart TVs on this thing. The inverter's on right now, so no matter if you're driving down the road, dry camping, any situation, you can always operate the televisions inside here when you're traveling without having to start the generator. So very nice with that 1000-watt inverter. Let me go back to the back here. 3 slide outs on this unit, so lots of room in here. Underneath the bed right here is where the 75-gallon fresh water tank is. You can take a look at that right there. This also has full water filtration system and very easy to get to everything you would want to get to. So if you're winterizing this thing yourself, it's a very simple operation. All right, before I forget, I wanted to mention that, you know, little things make a big difference down the road, because veteran RVers have told me what they like and what they miss, you know, with units as they, you know, move up or down in size or anything else. But having side windows right here that open is a big deal. So you can get some good cross ventilation right there. Not having a window at the head of the bed is also a big deal, because you're fully insulated now, and in cold weather you don't have that cold dropping down on top of you. The emergency escape window over here opens. So 3 in the bedroom, 7 opening windows up in the front of this thing. So a total of 10 windows that you can open and close. That's really nice. The bedroom right here has 2 large closets and a built-in 7-drawer dresser. So lots of storage for clothing right there. Separate stereo system back here for the bedroom area. So super nice. Now this is a split bath model. So first of all, you can close off the bedroom for privacy over here if you have guests with you, but you do have the 32-inch neo-angle shower. And right now we've got this winterized, so things are disconnected in there. And then a skylight up above that you can close off so you don't have direct sunshine on you if you don't want it. And then I'll trade places with you because I'm going to show you the bathroom here. Of course, I just realized my door opens the other way. Sorry about that, folks. Bear with me a sec. All right, so the bath in here, really nice. You've got the porcelain toilet on the raised pedestal, so it's a low profile, so it fits perfect. You have a huge, huge medicine cabinet in this thing. I mean, that's really deep and lots of storage in there. That can actually second as a linen closet for you. It's so big. Plenty of counter space in here, and also some storage down below. Power fan up in the ceiling. So really nice, really good use of space right here in this bathroom. All right. Command Central, my slide controls, my monitor for my tanks. I can see what my levels are in there. I can turn lights on and off from here. You can see right here the generator only has 12.4 hours on it right now. And that water heater can operate on gas or electric. So that's really nice. We've got water pump switches all over the place in here. So no matter where you are, outside, bathroom, kitchen area, you can always turn that on and off. And then of course your air conditioning control right here, very simple. Right in the middle of the unit right here. So that gives you a good even temperature throughout. All right, so lots of area in here in this really small unit. You've got pantry space over on this side. You've got cooking space up on the top over here, plenty of space down below, the 2 huge drawers. You don't have to keep the shock absorbers in there. We've got a combination convection microwave oven. Oh, my mic fell. Whoops, sorry. All right, I guess everybody's gonna laugh about that one. That's okay. You've got the glass cover cooktop on here with the 3-burner design on that. I love 3-burner. It makes a lot of sense because now you can get your large skillet here in the center with 2 sides. And another nice thing that they did here was they put your power outlet over here on the top with USBs on there. So that's protected from getting any dirt and debris down in there. All right, so you guys have heard me talk about this a lot of times, you know, 12-volt refrigerators versus absorption style, more pantry, by the way. The RV refrigerator, the absorption style that runs on gas and electric, is actually an option for this unit. And the reason it's an option is because it's so much more expensive for the absorption refrigerator. I personally am a huge fan of 12-volt refrigerators for a lot of reasons. I turned this on about an hour ago and it's frosty in here already. It's cold. This does not take 4 hours like an absorption style. The other thing is nice is you don't have those coils in the back here taking up a third of your space. So you've got full depth. Even though you have the same cutout size, you've got 30% more space inside this refrigerator than you do the absorption style. And of course, the other big thing, you don't have to be level to operate this. It can run all the time. Now, this unit does only have 100 watts of solar on it, but when I was up on the roof, by the way, the full fiberglass walk-on roof, I noticed that the connection for the solar up there will allow for 2 more panels. And the controller down there as we come in the door, that's large enough so that you can expand this up to 300 with no problem at all. So it'd be a very simple installation. No real wiring required if you decide to upgrade your solar on here. As you can see underneath the solar there, it does also have the automatic leveling jack system and awning control, battery disconnect, more light switches. All very simple. It's all about simplicity on this thing. Now, it looks to me, these wooden things that are installed in here, those are the previous owner installed that so he could have a step cover in there. And I was able to find the step cover. I'll point that out to you in just a minute. Looks like a really nice, well-built one. Back to the living area up here with the opposing slides. Huge amount of space in here. Really nice and big. You're not going to be walking over one another. So lots of space in that regard. You do have a dinette that makes a single bed. You do have the trifold sofa over here that also makes a double bed. And then of course on this one, we have the overhead that turns into another double bed. And that's where I found that really nice butcher block stepwell cover down there. You did a nice job on this. That's nice and heavy right there. It looks like 1 inch thick. All right, so overhead cabinets here. Another thing I like about these is they are really nice and deep and tall, both. There's that hose for the outside hot and cold running water I mentioned. Looks like the fire extinguisher hasn't even been installed. It's like brand new. It looks like it rolled out of the factory just yesterday. All of our manuals are in there as well. This is a remote control that has not been mounted anywhere, but it's for the power fan up here in the ceiling. So you don't have to try and reach up. This is 6'8" inside here. So you don't have to struggle to get up there and turn the fan on and off. Okay, so this black bag up here has covers for the inside windshield and side windows to close that off. Now let's talk about this international chassis right here This is, I really enjoyed driving this thing this morning. I was pretty impressed with it. A lot of you might think, oh, 300 Cummins, you know, that's not very big. This thing runs fantastic. 660 foot-pounds of torque moves this, no problem at all. So let me turn things on right here. You just saw the odometer right there, 6,300 miles on this one. All right, so a few things. I did mention, of course, we have the heated remote mirrors. And up here, this is the controller for the mobile eye that we've got up top up here. So you can set your parameters on this thing for how many seconds you're outside of your lane right there, your distance to the lane, and then of course your distance out front to another car in front of you. If you start getting too close, then you'll get that audible warning that you just heard right there. The analog gauges across the top is like old school. It's very simple. It's what we've seen our whole lives right here. So that 7-gallon def tank has its own gauge right there. Oil pressure. Now, that being said, we can make some changes to our digital display down here, and we can double up on those gauges, be it transmission temp, speed alert, so on and so forth. So really nice in that regard, how you can change things up right there. Say, for example, I want to know, oh, I don't have any gauges on the engine programmed in yet. So like, there's my voltmeter. Maybe I want to travel with that right now, keep an eye on what my voltage is. But really nice, you're in full, complete control right there. Over here, we do have a trans mode button. So you'll probably see it show up down here, economy. In the economy mode right there, of course, it's going to change the shift patterns of that transmission to try and save you some fuel. Without that, you're going to have full power. It's going to go a little bit higher RPM when you're traveling, so you can get a little bit more oomph out of it that way. And let's see. Oh, it also has electronic brake controller already installed down here. And the stereo system in this thing, it sounds really nice. I think beyond FAA standards. Yeah, it's just a talk show right now, but really nice sound system. It sounds excellent up here. We've got lots of storage up in the overheads. This one in the center right here, I feel the little rubber feet on there. So that is set up so you can add a CB radio to this thing. Of course, truckers are used to having that thing right there in the center. And let's see, emergency start switch. In the unlikely event that our chassis battery got too low to start the engine, we can hold that button, start off the house batteries on this thing. And this has the regular mechanical brake on this thing. So your park brake, you know exactly when it's set and how firm that thing is right there. It's a really strong, well-built system all around on this thing. It travels really nice. It's empty right now, so it's a little bouncy. You know, I thought it was a little bit bouncy, but of course that's typical with the Super Cs. As you get more weight in this thing, it just smooths out more and more. Same thing it does for you guys that have like an F350 or a 3500 truck. You know, when it's empty, it's a little bit stiff right there, but as you add some weight to that thing, it smooths right out. And that's because it's intended to carry that weight. So you can load this thing up nice and heavy, travel with a full 75 gallons of water, and enjoy life cruising down the road here. All right, just to review, this is a 2023. There's still lots of warranty left on this thing, on the drivetrain. You've got 6,300 miles on it. This is a good opportunity for somebody to get into that elite class of Super C owners and not break the bank. This is not going to be very expensive. It's going to be a great unit and serve you for a lot of years. So this is why I want you to call me. My name is Bill Hurtado with Transwest Truck Trailer RV. This thing is fantastic. I'd love to tell you more about it. My number should be right down here. 714-809-4813 is my cell phone number. Please call, text anytime. I'll take your call and talk to you about everything I can on this. And if you'd like to drop me an email, bill.hurtado@transwest.com. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching today.